Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks all of you who are subscribing, sharing. It really means a lot to me. And we are just cranking out content. Cranking out content. It's taking a lot of time, but needs to be done. But I'm having fun doing it. And today, it's a little too hot for the shawl or the prayer shawl or the meditation shawl. So I said, let's go Super Saiyan. And that's where we are. I just got it done with a lengthy and I always advocate against argument, but a lengthy debate with a non-believer, and it's the same old tired thing. Well, what is your point? You can't prove a negative. How can you tell me that God existed and you don't have it? And it's like, it's just the same. They say there is no religion, but they absolutely have a dogma. They have their holy books and their holy texts, and Darwin, and who, if you read the original title, it's totally, if you read the original title, I'm not going to say it, but it's definitely a little racist, so I don't really even know why we're teaching that. But anyways, the whole secular push for no, God in schools and this kind of thing. It's just as much as a religion. It's just the religion of non-religion. I'm sure there's a way better phrase that I could have used, but I didn't. Oh, there's tea on the rock. Well, what a coincidence. But anyways, I'm not going to do any more Google Hangouts or anything else, any more debates with anyone, because number one, it takes away from this, and number two, it's pointless. I mean, I can literally guess at what point in the conversation they're going to say a very structured, formulaic, well, what is your argument? So no. I know I said this, and I'm going to deflect and defer, and then I'm going to change the topic when it starts getting too real, and it's just like, it's literally madness. So I'm not doing it anymore. It's done. The path of spirituality and specifically Christian mysticism is the way forward, and you'll never obtain peace of mind going in the secular direction. Ecclesiastes 7:11, chapter 7. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. So again, have that bliss consciousness moment. Nothing can go wrong. The 18 minutes I was telling you about in the other video. And once you feel that, you really you don't fear the death anymore. It is better to go to the house of the mourning than to go to the house of the feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. It's kind of true. Sometimes you ever get to a point where you're so, I don't know, just entrenched in sadness that you almost start laughing at your misfortune. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. Kind of I didn't, that's what I was dealing with. The song of fools. Anytime you hear any of these pushes for, that kind of secular stuff or socialism, that is the song of fools, you see. For as the cracking of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This also is vanity. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So pride can be your downfall. And they say that is the one emotion or the one thing. It's different if you worked hard and you saved enough and now you have a house and you're proud of that, but really entrenched in pride in the heart and having like this perpetual haughtiness about you, much like the secularists do, or atheists. There seems to be just a natural abundance of pride there, and I don't know. Maybe they like to think they're smart. I have no idea. That's certainly not the case. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning. Yeah, we got that. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? Now right there's tremendous wisdom, and actually on one of the prior videos where we were reading some quotes from Marcus Aurelius, it's in there to, acceptance is the beginning of the end of pain, because you know that the good times will, end. In other words, don't toss and just kind of like it's acceptance. For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance. Wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. For there is not a just man upon the earth that doeth good and sinneth not. Also take no heed until all the words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. Okay. And that's what we're here for. Seeking out wisdom. The people that are here, the wise, the smartest bunch here. We know not to put our whole stock into these earthly things, because we know that they will be ending. And so when the end inevitably comes, we won't be shell-shocked, we won't be going through nearly as much anguish as the people who weren't spiritually prepared for this. And the writing on the wall, which is an expression that actually comes from Daniel, which is funny. But the writing on the wall has been there the entire time. And people just want to go about and continue their ways. But only by immersing yourself in, the nature can you find but only by immersing yourself in nature and immersing yourself with the silence and the presence can you find your peace. And you can be a just man and still sin. Oftentimes there's a segment of Christians that pass on a lot of judgment. It's that holier than thou type of thing. We all sin, and sin is the absence of God. We all do it from time to time. So I stay away from the judgmental crowd, again, up on my hill. And the analogy is I'm up on my hill, disconnected from that, and there's the judgmental crowd spread about amongst themselves or casting names, whatever they do. But I disengage when I'm up on the hill. It comes to a point where you just don't want to. You know what you know, or you're firmly convicted, so you just don't see reason to get down into the mud anymore. Because it's, you'll deny me before the cock crows 3 times. If that's on audio, I'm gonna be stoked. Anyways, it's so wild. Damn it, you should have stopped at 3. Anyways, may Jesus Christ bless you and your families. Have a good day.